Hi, it's me again, another week of driving. Before we get on to that, I can now proudly announce, I guess depending on how people look at it, that I have officially been diagnosed with dyslexia. Yeah, I had my assessment yesterday. It was really weird, but I'm glad that it gave me the answers and confirmation that I finally needed, and that everything that I've been going through isn't just me being me. It's actually because of dyslexia. So that's really been interesting to try emotionally um, work through and really, yeah. I mean, I was just told, and then I was given a couple of tips about what to do in the classroom and stuff. In the classroom, I'm not even at school, in the workplace. But I kind of forgot to ask about tips for driving. I think I just have to wait for the full report and see what they say, and I can hopefully use that to inform how to adapt to my driving. Um, yeah, so on to today's lesson. So this was like another lesson in the dark now. I've gone back to my normal times. They seem to have moved from Wednesday to Thursday. I mean, not the worst thing in the world, but I usually like exercise on this day, but yeah, it is what it is. I've been trying to be more like assertive with driving in a way, like, the speed that I go out. Like if it's 20 miles per hour, I'm gonna try to reach 20 miles per hour. If I can go up to 30, then I will go up to 30. I find that when I doubt myself, like how fast I should be going, that's when I start like slowing down my speeds. But I'm just trying to keep going for it and keep going at 20, keep going at 30, and stuff. Yeah, this lesson was okay. I think I'm sometimes too hard on myself, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't the best, like, because I had some errors and issues, but that's actually fine because I'm still learning. And I'm not gonna lie, this week has been hard. So that's okay if I make mistakes as long as I learn from them. So after I came back today, I actually like wrote down like everything that I learned this lesson. So yeah, we did the big roundabout. That wasn't too bad to do. Um, I feel like that roundabout that I come, I always think there's three lanes, but there's just two. And I think the hardest thing about a roundabout is trying to see whether there's a place that you can go. Because sometimes you just don't know and cars be blocking your way. But I would admit that I felt slightly more better in this roundabout that was quite big. I do have like a reactionary thing to like, oh, there's cars waiting there, they're gonna go, I'm gonna die, and then I start slowing down. But we really just have to keep going. So it actually wasn't that bad. Um, for some reason I kept forgetting that I meant to like go to second gear to slow down from third gear. I don't know. I think like my brain now, when someone says slow down, my association is to brake, but that's not always the action you need to take. Sometimes you need to actually downshift. But in a situation, my brain just absolutely forgets, and it's like, oh yes, I was meant to go in second gear. Stupid of me. But I think it's good that now I'm realizing that after quite straight away. Like when I've made a mistake, I don't need a long explanation about it. I just realize straight away, like, oh, I've actually made a mistake. So I think my driving ability is getting better. There are a couple of times like turning right, I think is like the bane of my existence. Like there's just so many things to think about. There's like you need to, have your point of turn so you're not like on the other side of the road. Go to the other side of the road when you turn, and then you have to like think about like incoming traffic. And then sometimes you wait too long, or sometimes you focus on the wrong thing. Like that is difficult, but I think I'm just gonna keep going with it. Like I just need to do more right turns. I think for me, the more I do it, the better I get. So I might actually bring that to the table with my driving shots. Like, it's great to do varied driving lessons where we're just driving and stuff, but there's key things that I think like I need to like work on, and that is downshiffting when turning, and just right turns. Like if we just do a lesson of that, then I feel like I will get better, because with me, repetition works way better for me than yeah, just doing things scattered. Um, but even with those mistakes in the lessons, I started to feel myself like get a bit down, like, oh God, I'm making mistakes again. Maybe I'm taking one step back. But then I just continued. I just kept going. So, you know, I'm really proud of myself for that, for just keeping on keeping on. There was a meeting point situation in a narrow road, and my brain was just like, okay, there's a space on the right, I need to move out the way. But the minute I thought about doing that, I kind of realized how dangerous it was and how stupid it was. And then when my driver started to explain, I was like, yeah, I knew that was stupid. So I feel like I need to keep in my brain, like I need to keep left. Like if a meeting point happens, guys, always keep left. Left all the time. The person will go around you on your right, and then you will just go to the right after they're gone, and then everything's fine. If I went to the right, I would just be tired because I didn't know how to reverse. Like out of a 3-point turn, so it would have just been long. So yeah, I've written this now all down in my notes app, so I'm hoping that before the end of next lesson I will be able to review it and yeah, just refresh my memory, because now that I know, because of my dyslexia, my short-term memory isn't strong, which explains a lot of things, because yesterday I almost burnt my food in the oven because I forgot it was in there. So this is why I always need to put a timer on. But yes, that's just things like that, which is why I started writing what I learned each lesson down. But yeah, that's my update today. I hope you guys have a great evening and a great week of driving, and I hope your driving lessons were good, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye.